Tonight, close your eyes and try to picture your own face. Not a photo, not a reflection, your actual face, from the outside, looking back at you. Really try. Hold the image. You will notice something strange almost immediately. The image is blurry. The details keep shifting. You cannot lock it in. And that should disturb you far more than it does. Because here is what makes this genuinely unsettling. You have seen your face thousands of times. Every morning in the mirror, every phone camera flip, every photograph since you were born. Your face is the most frequently observed object in your entire life. And yet your brain cannot produce a clean, stable, detailed image of it on demand. It cannot do what it does effortlessly for the face of a stranger you met once at a party 5 years ago. And when you dream, it gets stranger still. You are present in almost every dream you have ever had. You are the one walking, running, feeling, deciding. You are the protagonist of every dream. But your own face almost never appears. Not clearly, not accurately. And on the rare occasions when something like your face does show up, something is always wrong with it. Always slightly off. And your dreaming brain accepts this without question. This is not random. What your dreams are doing with your face reveals something profound about identity, consciousness, and the self you believe yourself to be. Here is where your face the way it stores other faces. Isabelle Gauthier, a researcher at Vanderbilt University who has spent her career studying face perception, found that the brain processes familiar faces using a specialized region called the fusiform face area. This region activates powerfully when you see other people's faces. Strangers, celebrities, faces in drawings. But your own face is processed differently. And the reason is simple. You have never seen your own face in real time. Not once. Not ever. You have only ever seen representations of it. A mirror shows you a horizontally flipped image. A photograph flattens and freezes. A front camera distorts your proportions. Every single version of your face you have ever seen has been secondhand, mediated, and slightly wrong. Your brain has never received a clean, direct, unmediated signal of what your face actually looks like. So it has never built a fully accurate internal model of it. The model exists, but it is assembled from incomplete and contradictory data. This is why photographs of yourself feel slightly off even when everyone else says they look exactly like you. Researchers have found that people consistently prefer the mirror image of their own face over the true image, while friends and partners prefer the true image. You are most comfortable with the flipped version because that is the one you have seen most. But everyone who has ever known you has been looking at a version of your face that you yourself have never directly seen. The face the world knows you by is a face you do not know. And when that process reaches the moment of inserting you into the simulation, it hits the problem you now understand. It does not have a reliable template for your face. So one of three things happens. Sometimes your face is simply absent. You are a presence, a point of view, a consciousness without a visible face. Sometimes a face appears, but it is wrong in ways you cannot quite name upon waking. The proportions shifted, the features approximate, like a portrait painted by someone who only heard your face described. And sometimes, most disturbingly, your face in the dream belongs to a stranger entirely. And your dreaming mind accepts this without alarm. Because in the dream state, identity is not a visual fact. It is a felt sense, a quality of presence. Antonio Zadra, a psychologist and dream researcher at the University of Montreal, who has analyzed thousands of dream reports across decades, found this pattern consistently. Dreamers are almost never the observed subject of their own dreams. They are always the observer. And when asked directly whether they saw their own face clearly in a dream, the vast majority of people across all ages and cultures say no. Your dreaming brain knows what your hands look like because you see them constantly in real time. It knows your feet, your body, every part of you that you can observe directly without a tool. But your face sits permanently outside your direct line of sight. You cannot look at your own face without an intermediary. You were not built to see yourself from the outside. And your dreams, which simulate only what you have truly experienced, leave that space faithfully blank. But here is where this stops being a science fact and becomes something you cannot from the inside out. It is constructed from your thoughts. your sensations, your emotions, the chain of your memories connecting you across time. None of that requires a face. The entity you call yourself, the one living behind your eyes and generating the experience of being alive, has no face in its own first-person experience. It exists entirely behind a face it cannot observe, looking out at a world through senses that all point outward. Jesse Bering, an evolutionary psychologist who has explored how humans construct the concept of self, argues that much of what we call self-awareness is actually other awareness. We become conscious of ourselves by imagining how we appear to others. The face is the primary instrument of that socially constructed self. It is the interface between your inner life and the outer world. It belongs to other people far more than it has ever belonged to you. It was designed by evolution not to give you information about yourself, but to give other people information about you. It is a broadcast system built to be received by others, not by the broadcaster. When you sleep and the audience disappears, the face goes with it. What remains in the dream is a faceless presence moving through impossible landscapes, feeling everything, needing no reflection. And that presence is closer to the actual you than the face you spend so much of your waking life examining and maintaining and presenting. Every person you have ever known has experienced you almost entirely through that face. They have formed every impression, every judgment, every moment of connection, based on something you yourself have never directly seen. And every night your dreaming brain quietly confirms what is actually true. The face was always for others. The self is something else entirely. Try to picture your own face one more time. Notice that you still cannot hold it clearly. Notice how it shifts and blurs and refuses to stay still. Your brain is not making an error. It is being precise. It is showing you, with perfect accuracy, what has always been true. You have never seen yourself, and you never will. Not really. Not from the inside. Because the one doing the seeing was never the face. It was always the thing behind it.